Page 142, Primary Chord Study. In this lesson, we're learning about the primary chords for the key of C major. Every key signature has three primary chords. Those are the chords that are used the most. Those are the strong chords. And the numbers are the same in any key, it doesn't matter. And they are the 1, the 4, and the 5/7. We've had the 1 and the 5/7 already. You can guess what the 4 is. So again, go back to C major. The 1 chord is built on step 1. The 5/7 chord is built on step 5 with the 7. Well, the 4 chord's built on step 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5/7 chord. These are the primary chords in C major. You'll see them a lot. What they are, about it, kids. That's the way it is. They're just saying 5 chord. They're not using the 5/7. That's fine. Doesn't matter if the 7th is there or not. Most of the time it'll be there, but it doesn't have to be. Just 1, the 4, and the 5. That's all they're doing. That's fine. We can do that too. Now let's look at this chord study. It's about a page and a half long. Treble and bass clef. No sharps or flats in the key signature. We're in the key of C major. Make sure you're doing the C major scale at least 1 octave up and down. Wouldn't hurt probably if you've been doing the scale and it's starting to get comfortable enough for you. Go ahead and do the 2 octaves. If not, stick with 1 octave. Don't push it on the scales. You don't need to spend a lot of time on scales. It's just something you do to refresh your memory and learn to cross over the thumb. And 3/4 time signature, I see a bunch of dotted half notes and quarter notes. And the hands are moving around. We're using our primary chords. So the first line is C chords. It's here. And then the right hand is here. And the left hand comes over to here. And then the right hand has an ABA above it, so it's up here. Try and get the notes down at the same time. Listen very carefully. You're just lowering the whole hand down gently. Let the wrist collapse a little bit. See, that wasn't together. It's harder to do when you're off here to get the notes down at the same time. Just practice that, get them down. And then I measure 5. Now it's broken chords, same notes. Here, and that one you can play with any finger you want. They say thumb, doesn't have to be because they want you in this position, but it could be any finger you want. It's the only note. And then measure 9. Now we go to the 4 chord, which is the F chord. You're going to do the same thing. It's an 8 VA here and a 15 MA. Remember, that's 2 octaves up here. It's 2 octaves from where it's written. Here, here, and then broken. And then 17, measure 17, it's the 5 chord. And we do the same thing with the 5 chord. We're getting a little high here. If you don't have these high notes, you may have to start down a little lower on your keyboard, wherever. Now as far as the articulation goes, you're pretty much connecting these. I measure 5, they give you the slurs. You don't need to disconnect. No, connect all that together. In this piece, it just works out that each 4 measures is a thought, a phrase, a musical sentence. So you just connect it. Just connect it and do them all the same way, all these other chords. For dynamics, well, they give you loud at the beginning, forte, whatever you think loud is. And then measure 5 to come down to sort of loud a little bit. Then you have an arrow here, it goes down. Just gradually go down loud, sort of soft, soft. Here, you can come down with each note here because it's not very long to do it. And then measure 9, you're loud again, and then moderately loud, and you're coming down again. And then same thing with the G. Start out loud, and then the broken chords are moderately loud, and then you come down to soft at the end. That's the dynamics. As far as the speed goes, andante is just a leisure pace. The dotted half notes are going to want to speed it up a little, otherwise they last forever. Ugh. And the quarter notes will slow it down. You got to find a speed in here that works for you, where the dotted half notes and the quarter notes have the same pulse, and it's fine. Just find a balance in there somewhere. It doesn't matter where. It's just how fast do you? Is that okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, somewhere in there. Close enough. Now the bended pedal on this, I would say on this piece you don't need pedal. But it gives me a chance to talk about the pedal a little more. We need to learn how to use the pedal properly. Remember, if you're going to use pedal, use it for a reason or don't use it. Understand why you're using the pedal. Don't just use it because the music said to. Using the pedal in most cases is an optional thing. You can decide for yourself how you want it, or your teacher decides. Here, they're holding it down for each chord, and they change it on each chord. When you change the harmony, you change the pedal. That is, let the pedal up and clear it out so you can start fresh again. So at the beginning, it's I'm going to push the note down first and then the pedal. Leave it down. The harmony is the same. And then on measure 8, I lift it up on beat 3. 1, 2, 3. So we get 1 beat of silence. And then measure 9, you do it again. It comes up to, now on measure 16, they're showing the pedal goes down for the whole measure. I'm telling you, lift the pedal up on beat 3 so we hear 1 beat rest. So lift it up here. Remember, on these pedal markings, these up and down are not necessarily exactly where they go. That's why you need to learn how to use the pedal properly. And I want 1 measure or 1 beat of rest in there, so I lift the pedal up. And then at the end, same thing. Hold it down, but lift it up on beat 3. Here they're showing you lift up on beat 3. And then the DC al fine sends you back to the beginning again here. And the fine is at the bottom of page 142. It's just lift up so you get 1 beat of rest there at the end. Lift the pedal up. All we're doing is letting the notes ring out. That's the effect we're after. It's an effect. And if that's the effect you want, that's what you do. If you don't want that effect, you don't do that way. You have to pedal it some other way or don't pedal it. We'll talk more about pedal as we go through these books. Now, at the bottom of page 143, they tell you to transpose this to the other keys. D, remember D position has a black key in the middle? Well, until you understand those key signatures, this gets a little dangerous. So I would hold off on transposing this right now because you got to learn all the different sharps and flats and so forth that are in these other key signatures, in my opinion. So I would not do much transposing on that. Let's play this together slowly and just check the notes. Rhythm shouldn't be a problem. I'm not going to pedal it because you can hear the notes better if I don't pedal it. I'll give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, rest. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, rest. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. To the beginning, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3.